Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of Real Talk for Real. I'm your host, Habiba, aka Fine Girl, aka Muyodogu, aka The Show Must Go On, aka No Nonsense, aka Ice Queen, aka Woos. How are you guys? I heard someone in the comments say, I miss your AKA. Sorry, it skipped my mind on the last episode we had. So how are you doing, guys? How are you? All Real Talk for Real subscribers. I am so grateful that you're here. And those that are yet to subscribe, what are you waiting for? We have juicy topic. Hey, you guys will like it though. We have juicy topic. Please subscribe to our channel, Real Talk for Real, and hit the notification button so that whenever we have a new topic, you'll be the first to know. So let me go ahead and talk about today's topic. Today's topic, it has raged. Today's topic has raged. Today's topic, Regina, it has raged because it's very, very, I don't know how to explain it. It's very, very touching. It's also aggravating. And it's very, very unfortunate that these kind of things are going on in Nigeria, in Africa. So I'm going to address it to the best of my understanding and how I feel about this topic. This topic is very emotional for me because on our last video last week, someone made a comment, a very long comment. It's still there on the message part of the show. She made a comment that she wanted us to address, and I'm addressing it today because I read it and over and over and over again, it just kept me up at night. It was very, very emotional for me because I'm a woman and I do not want that to happen to any woman anywhere in the world. I don't care where it is. I just feel like that was very, very, very unnecessary. So guys, let me gist you guys about this topic. So the lady said, please, I want you to address this situation. I have a friend that is married. She has 2 daughters and she just put to bed and she just had a baby boy, and her husband had always wanted her to have a son. And finally now she has a baby boy, thinking that having a baby boy will change the husband's mind, will make him to start treating her better or make her feel more comfortable in her own home, because that's her home. But it didn't change anything. Rather, it made things worse. You know, the marriage has been, from my understanding, because I had to also message the lady privately to explain more to me. So she was able to explain more to me. She said the marriage has been toxic from the beginning. It's been a hell from the beginning. There has been a lot of physical abuse, emotional abuse, verbal abuse from the guy to the lady. But she stayed because she had nowhere to go, you know, and these things happen especially when the lady is helpless, probably from a very poor home, and the man is kind of somewhat successful, and she feels like, if I leave, where do I go? Where do I start from? You know? So, but let me continue with the story. So, she has been in an abusive marriage where she's abused physically, verbally, and emotionally, right? So she now had this baby boy, thinking that finally, now you have a son. There will be peace in the house. There will be harmony. Maybe I will have some kind of peace. Maybe you show me some kind of love, you know? But did that happen? Bang. It did not happen. What this guy did instead was continued with the abuse, to the point where he now called her. See, Ande, Bianorana. She sat down. Or say, Ande, sit down again. Balance well. Balance here well. Or say, okay. Nne, I have a good news. Or say, what is the news? I've married another wife. Yes, you guys heard me right. I have married another wife and I'm bringing her in and she's pregnant and you got her go. Meaning the woman that just gave birth, just 2 weeks of giving birth to a baby boy through cesarean section, right? Now he's asking her to leave the house for the new Amaria to come in. Hey, Amaria, welcome. Oh, Nagasheka, thank you. Welcome. You are welcome. Come and sit down, Amaria. You know, you're coming into hell. Welcome to hell. You know, he's now telling the wife that he has a new wife coming in, she should leave. And when the woman refused to leave, he went and called his elder sister to come. Elder sister Amarihe. Elder sister that doesn't have sense. That one left her house. She's probably married or not married. I don't know. I didn't ask that part. But if she was married, she left her own husband's house. Came to her sister-in-law's house to come and drag her sister-in-law out of the house. So this lady wants to hear my advice. First of all, after me push it. Okay, they said I shouldn't remove my shirt. Because that's how I feel. I'm boiling inside. Like is paining me inside there. How can some men are so heartless. Some men have no emotion, have no God. In fact, there's no godliness in them. I'm not going to say all men, because they are wonderful, fantastic men. We all know that. But they are just men that devil kept on earth to torment women, to frustrate women. If you're not the devil's first son, why would you, someone that have fear of God, why would you wake up? First of all, let's address the issue of male child, female child. Let's address it right now. Oga, what you put in the woman is what she brings out. If you give her a male child, she produces a male child. If you give her a female child, she produces a female child. If you give her health, she gives you war. Whatever you give a woman, she doubles it, she multiplies it, and she releases it back to you. So can we stop this talk about she's always giving me female children? Oga, go and get yourself educated. Go and sit down with a gynecologist or a doctor and let him explain this process to you guys. It's time we start having these conversations, because it has destroyed and ruined a lot of marriages and a lot of homes. Okay? So now she now have the boy, which is a big mistake. Okay? Because already, if I have 2 kids and the house is a living hell for me, why would I want to have more? That's a mistake that women have, that women make. Women, please, come, let me talk to you guys. Having kids does not keep a man. Having male child does not keep a man. Having female child does not keep a man. A man that wants to stay will stay. Nobody can keep a man. Okay, that's fine. So let's go back to the topic. Do not think that you're going to hold a man by giving him a male child. If he's violent towards you, when you had 1 or 2, female or male children, nothing changed. He's already a violent man. The foundation was broken from the beginning. You saw it, but you also saw an avenue for you to come out of poverty. And that's okay if you want to live better. I never say a woman shouldn't marry well. Please marry well. Everybody wants to marry well. I want to marry well. It's just not a do or die for me because I can make my own money, right? But for somebody else, it could be a make it or break it, depending on the society, right? Like coming from Nigeria, we've seen a lot of graduates with masters that have no job. And even when they have job, they pay them peanuts. So coming from that kind of environment, the only thing probably that woman will be praying for is, God, please just put me in a home of somebody that has money. Because already she knows she has the brain. So whatever resources the man gives to her, she can multiply it. For the ones that have sense, so, because some people can just enter and Obulu Lamborghini today, Obulu Lexus tomorrow, Obulu Mercedes tomorrow, right? We have to understand, women, that from the beginning, when the foundation is shaking, there is nothing you do that can build it. You have to monitor, watch, listen to the man you're dating. Find out what he did to the other one that left before you came, because apparently the man had married before, had 2 kids with the former wife, had a misunderstanding and brought you in. Find out what happened and make sure he's telling you the truth before you go in. Because most men, they will paint a picture to you, but you also see some little signs. But because he's flashy, he's giving you the right gift, the right amount of money, you forget that you're the one that is going to suffer when you enter. So coming to this topic of this woman, she asked, what kind of advice can you give? My sister, I don't think there's any advice that I want to give. All I'm going to say is, he asked you to leave the house. It's already a violent, toxic home. Why do you want to stay? I don't want to stay in a violent, toxic home. I want to go. I don't even need anybody to take me out. Get out of there. What are you doing there? You have no business being there. So why would you want to stay in a toxic marriage, in a toxic relationship? For what? For what gain? I don't care what you're giving to me. If I'm not happy, I'm going to go. I'm going to bounce. I'm going to walk away. What am I doing there? So she should leave with her sanity and her life. That's my advice. She doesn't even need any auntie or sister to come throw her out. The guy is already violent. Why are you staying there? I'd rather go stand outside and sell tomato than stay in a violent home. Women should learn to know their what. Know your what. I'd rather fall 10 times and get up standing than remain fallen. Why would I be because that's a dead relationship. So my advice is leave with your newborn baby and your kids if you can. And then get a lawyer. I don't know, please, someone should educate me on the message part of the show. Message me, let me know. If we have lawyers that take this kind of cases pro bono in Nigeria for free. Lawyers that take this kind of cases for free and defend the clients and fight. I don't know if it's woman right or whatever it is. I don't know what they call them. Can someone educate me how they operate and how this is going to work for this woman? Because I really want us to help her and see how we can help her out from this situation, because I don't get it. I think there should be something in place in Nigeria. This is my thought, right? They should make it impossible for a man to marry a woman, live with her for years, and then wake up and decide he doesn't want the marriage anymore, kicks her out, and gives her nothing to raise the kids with. Let there be a law that holds them accountable to make sure that they pay for those kids to be raised outside the divorce. right? Those women shouldn't be left to suffer and cater for those children by themselves just because you're a man, just because you feel you have the power and the money. I don't think anybody should ever go through that. They should be held accountable to pay child support to those kids, to the woman. And if the woman chooses not to remarry again because she has wasted her youth with you, you should also be held accountable to pay her every month for wasting her time. It's a different thing if you guys decide, sit down and say, okay, this marriage is not working for both of us. Let's go our separate ways, but let's come together and raise our kids together and make sure that they don't lack anything. That's different. I respect that. Because you shouldn't be in any marriage anyway if it's not working. But in a situation where the man wants to be the alpha and the omega, kicks you out and expects you to take care of yourself and fend for your children by yourself, that should be against the law. I don't think anybody should accept that. So please, educate me. Maybe I don't know if that works in Nigeria. Please, is there any system that makes sure they don't get away with things like this? Because that is not fair in any way. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. This topic now, it doesn't make any sense at all. For you to just wake up one morning, decide that, hey, I found something better. Come and be going. Thanks for coming. Hey, Chineke. Oh, no. Thanks for coming. Hi. Oh, okay. Hi. Please, let's do better. Men, you guys can do better. You guys can do better. Because sometimes I feel like some men, they are raised to just be men. Nobody teach them how to be a husband, how to be responsible. We are more interested in making sure the female child doesn't get pregnant. She doesn't live a wayward life so that she can marry a good man. We are more focused on preparing the female child to be suitable for a husband. And then we forget to raise the men to be good men, because our fathers took care of their homes. They took care of their wives. They took care of their children. That is why those days, if you watch all those Chinua Achebe and all those books that I read, and all those, when we did good movies that actually told the story of the real African cultures, the man goes, hunts, farms, comes home. And the moment he's coming home, the wife is happy. The children is happy. That's where you hear, Nani, welcome. Our father, welcome. And she's running around. She's serving him food. She's bringing him water because he took care of the home. What we have now is men that feel entitled. Because I'm a man, I can treat you anyhow. Most men, not all men. Because I'm a man, I can talk anyhow. I can treat you anyhow. And if now God now helps him, he has money. Oh God, you are his slave. Why? Why can't we just treat women better? How about that? Treat them with kindness. Treat them the way you would treat yourself. How about that? It's very easy. Do you want to be slapped around? No. Then don't slap me. Do you want to be talked down on? No. Then don't talk down on me. Do you want to be treated poorly? No. Then don't do the same to me. Treat me exactly the way you would treat yourself. It's very easy. You can do it. Anyone can do it. But you choose not to. So my advice to this lady is, live with your life. Go get a good lawyer and sue him for every penny you can get. Okay? He cannot sit down and bring in a new wife and kick you out. Gije, figure it out. No, now you have 3 kids to feed. So he has to be responsible for that. And he has to make sure that they go to good school. And he has to make sure that they have a roof over their head. That's what he needs to do. Because he's very irresponsible. I'm sorry, ma. You married a very irresponsible man, because they have good men. They have a lot of good men. Don't let the devil lie to you and tell you that there is no good men. There are good men. Men that were well raised. Men that have sense. Men that know how to treat a woman. Men that understand that you don't have to sit down and batter words with a woman. You only need to explain yourself, listen to her, pick what is good and what is not, and do the right thing. It's simple. And please, women, if you're still single, this is the time for you to pray. No, don't take your single time. I know we all did it. I did it. We went to club. We had fun. Nobody cared about praying about your future husband. I think it's very important, and I'm going to teach my children when I have one, to make sure that you start now, from when they're little, to pray for their husbands. Pray that God gives you the right man for you. Because when you have the right man for you, you will be the happiest woman on earth. Everything will just work out smoothly. I'm not saying there is no argument in marriage. Even the greatest of them all, they argue, but they argue respectfully. They talk about issues, but they talk about it respectfully. So there is no such thing as a perfect, wonderful marriage. There are arguments here and there, but the ability for us to sit down and talk about it with respect for each other is what makes you a good man. Okay? Let my opinion be heard, and I let your opinion be heard. So please, can we please, as women, pray that God reveals whoever you're dating to you? Because you will see the signs. I keep saying it on this show, we always ignore the signs, thinking that when we get married, we are going to change him. No. Let him see you for who you are, because women too, we hide who we are until they marry us, and then you start showing your bad side. No. If you have bad behaviors, show it. If you have good behaviors, show it. It's his choice. There are men that like women that talk back at them because they want to sit down and talk back at you. It's fun for them. You find your match. So if you are that kind that doesn't like being talked down on, then you go for someone that will respect you when you talk, and you listen to him as well. So please, let's pray for good men. Let's pray for good men. Let's start now. If you've never done it before, start now. Even when you have not found the man, start now. Start praying for a good man, because there are a lot of good men out there. And please, don't ever stay in any relationship where you're being abused physically, emotionally, or mentally, or physically, or any kind of abuse. Do not stay in any relationship that makes you feel that way. No matter the consequence, no matter what you're going to face out there, whether it's poverty, whether it's not knowing how your next meal will come, God always have a way of sorting those things out. Don't speak for God. Be alive first. Be alive first. You have a purpose beyond being somebody's wife. Every single person on this earth has a purpose why God has kept them there. Don't kill yourself for marriage. Don't kill yourself for relationship. Life is worth living. Do not stay where you're not wanted. That is my advice to you, lady. If you're watching, do not stay where you're not wanted. But I advise that you get a good lawyer and make sure he takes care of you and your kids. That's an animal. And congratulations to the new Amaria. Congratulations, because you have just entered the hell that the exiting mistress is exiting from. You have just entered her hell. Welcome to the hell. Because pregnant or not, he will still show you Pepe. Welcome to my hell. See, I don't get angry if I hear that my ex, I don't think I will ever be angry if I hear that my ex has gotten someone else, because there's a reason why you are my ex. So rather, I will congratulate you for taking over the hell I just came from. So please, lady, instead of crying, congratulate the new hell mistress. Ne, welcome to my hell. Sit down. This is my room, and this is our gas room. Show her around the house. Ne, show her around the house. Show her around the house. Show her the corner where they used to slap you left and right. Yeah, this is the slapping corner. So anytime he wants to slap, then anytime he wants to verbally abuse you, so just sit down. He likes you to be in a tinted position while he's raining the physical verbal abuse to you. Come on, Leah, show her around the house, and then don't cry. It's not the, you don't have to cry. Show her around the house, and then let her come and welcome herself. Welcome to Hellfire. Oh, Jesus, this is ridiculous. Men, please, some men that are abusive to their wife, I want you to understand that there is a punishment that comes direct from God to you. It's in the Bible. Go read it. There is great punishment for men that are abusive to their wives, and you're not going to escape it. Whatever you sow, you're going to reap. That's where I'm going to end this show today. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for subscribing. For those that have not yet subscribed, I am begging you to please subscribe to this channel. You're going to love every topic. You're going to love every single show, and we are not going to be disappointed. And also, we're going to have a wonderful guest next week, Dr. Douglas Akidi. He's going to come talk to us about our eyes. You know, you want to shine your eye. You want to be able to see every wrong move and every right move. You need to shine your eye. So he's coming to talk to us about how to shine our eyes. He's a doctor. He's going to talk about our eyes. And we're going to talk about other juicy things. And let me tell you something. This doctor is fine. He's fine, and he's single. He's fine. Okay, guys, so please subscribe to our channel, Real Talk number 4, Real Talk for Real, and hit the notification button so that whenever we have a new show, you'll be the first to know. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Thank you. Have a blessed week ahead. Bye.